equipment till I lose the feel in my fists. Precision my gift, decisions are swift. At home in the ring, it's like I live in this beat, and I'm undisputed. So undisputed. Yeah. Pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. What feel like the night of the fight? Feels like the fight of my life. Lighting my fire, can't even remember which finger is injured or what tired is like. Trained through the pain, flipping them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran through the rain, work till I'm drained. Put on headphones and do it all over again. Chains clang from hitting the bag. Throwing them fast, trying to fold it in half. Footwork rehearsed till I float in the flash. Searching for weakness, immersed in my defense. Please don't be too slow with the pads, but I'm still matching the motion it has. Shoulder rolling, find an opening and let them go like I'm holding the soul in my hands. Set it free, set it free, set it free. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a pound for pound, pound for pound, pound for pound, pound for pound, pound for pound.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable.
And it's the King, Amir King Khan. One of the fight. It's the Pac-Man, the only boxer to hold world championships across 4 decades, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He is forever one of the all-time greats.
It'll be ding-ding from first brother off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is it. This is that place. This is that fight venue. This is the place where the action happens.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Here we go for round 1. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? The straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
They exchange punches. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Done with that counter shot. Catch and shoot. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Nice exchange here from both men. Beautiful counter punch. There's a counter shot. He misses with that straight left. A perfect counter lands. They block the left there. Those counter punches have to hurt. Misses with the straight left. Punches coming from every angle. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy. Relax now, I completely switched up.
And there's the bell to start round two. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Seeing stars after that one. Looks like trouble was averted.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. Fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The jab doesn't quite connect. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
His stamina is off the charts. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Punch, counter punch. Swinging and miss with the left uppercut. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Through the straight left, but it won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the tournament's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Just confidence away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the end of your jet.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A straight right just misses. Insane action. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? A perfect counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. That uppercut does not score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Stamina is off the charts. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Good counter punching. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. You can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
I need to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Khan in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly... And there's the bell to start round 4. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I'm going to the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Good counter punch. Nice counter. Oh, what a punch. Just misses with that uppercut. Incredible work rate. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Every time they throw a shot, and down goes Pacquiao. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Continue.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. That jab doesn't score. Misses with the straight left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get your mind back on the job. There's a god-awful round.
Back into the fray here in round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
That counter shot lands. And he misses with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Watch the straight left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Nice counter punch. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Good counter punching. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The courage on display here is incredible. He misses with that straight left. A perfect counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
Now, come on. You're way better than that guy. You'd let him back.
There's the bell to start round 6. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Let's watch that again and replay from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You still want to fight?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
And it's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Are you okay?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night.
Yeah, are you daft? All the belts, mighty. The ring does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Portrait ting, what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Portrait ting, no what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring does swing left, right, man's head get ping. Portrait ting, no what ping we bring when right, somebody shots fling. Hook up, fling, right up, fling. Portrait ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the bell, but I punch you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joke of the show. Better keep those hands up, swing for their fences, or you're going no poorly for sure. How much do you wanna be the champ? How much do you wanna please the fans? How much do you wanna be the king? And how much do you wanna feed your camp? How much do you wanna see people champ? Swing like you got a thing to lose. It's the ESBC, beat them neatly. Titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping. We bring when right, somebody shot fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping. We bring when right, somebody shot fling. I came from the 7 Hills, city of steel, home of the village and brilliant meals. Can't take man for a pudding, take man to Ingles. Brother have a kid on his heels. In the ring it's gritty and real. Brave art man put a kid on his shield. Act daft man put a kid on his. Been bad from when I was swinging on field. Left up, give a brother whiplash. Not gonna work with a sit back. Man wanna showboat over the top, send him over the ropes like Prince Lass. Send a man through ropes like Hopkins. Go mad like Mike when he lost it. I'm trying to be the best like money. Most guys don't know about boxing. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping. We bring when right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no but ping. We bring when right, somebody shots fling.
I I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like a CompuBox Academy crowd, and they are vocal here tonight. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape, and here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in. Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, and he fights out of Harlem, New York.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Todd.
We're expecting an all-action slugfest. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Swing and a miss with the jab. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. There's a counter shot. He missed with that jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. Another scoring shot there. Those counter punches have to hurt. You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. The jab doesn't quite connect. Can't land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The perfect counter lands. Well, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. And there's the bell to start round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. A perfect counter shot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every switch.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Nice exchange here from both men. Good counter punching. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges...
The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They keeping their gloves up. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
See if they go to the body. mastering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice counter shot. That jab misses. That hook just can't find the target. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get
Here we go to the fourth round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. How about that time counter shot? Holding nothing back here in the round. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter shot. That jab won't score. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
His stamina is off the charts. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Good work out there.
Only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it. You're switching up.
I'm missing. Great work.
There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute. Smart move here to take a knee and get a break from all that beating.
What you're seeing right there is a heartbroken fighter.
forcing him to take a knee.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Lucky that hook didn't score. Straight right just misses. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox the fight and beat them on points.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. Good counter-punch. Think of holding on here for a minute. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
This really talk.
There's the bell for round 6. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Carries that jab away. Nice counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Solid punch. A perfect counter shot. Sugar Ray is down. Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Beautiful counter shot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shots. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put...
Here we go. It's round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
A lot of effort being exerted here. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. He threw a punch and just got counters. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you can't think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Perfect counter lands. Good counter punch. He misses with that jab. They exchange punches. That counter shot lands. Robinson hit hard, and he may be ready to go. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will you do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That counter punch caught him clean. He blocks that jab. And he just misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. Every time, this round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
You're switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes.
Round 8, and we're off again. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early round? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in 1. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Punch, counter punch. Incredible work rate. The straight right just misses. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? They exchanged punches. Nice counter shot. Missing with the hook. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swing and a miss with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, what a result.
Just wanna run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken.
Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Ricardo.
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Can't land the jab there. Beautiful counter punch. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Holding on here for a minute. That counter shot lands. That counter punch caught him clean. Can't score with that right uppercut. El Matador in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Mayorga is hurt. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Ricardo Mayorga is in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
Let's talk about Mayorga and that last. Here we go for round two. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to them. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. Now I'm not... Hold that thought! Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
That's like...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning, you can see who's got it in hand, you can see who's comfortable, or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A lot of effort being exerted here. Do you believe what we're seeing? This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Talk about Robinson in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right.
Just be good.
Let's get it started in round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
The jab not finding its target. How about that time counter shot? So much for boxing. This is a fight. That jab won't score. Not so tense anymore. Trying to loosen things up. I like it. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with the jab. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice punch. Punch Approach counterpunch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. On to the fourth we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favour and pickpocket him.
The perfect counter lands. Solid punch. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Well done with that counter shot. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter shot. Carlo Mayorga seeing stars right now. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. El Matador is hurt. Ricardo Mayorga is on the canvas. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I need to see that again.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Mayorga in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down.
On to the fifth we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
His stamina is off the charts. The jab doesn't quite connect. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Oh, wait a minute! This could be the beginning of the end for Mayorga. Looks like trouble was averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice counter. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice job getting that punch through. They exchange punches. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner. Let's start the 6. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
That big hook doesn't land. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger time.
Catch and shoot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Uppercut just missed. There's a counter shot. Incredible work rate. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got flurry hand speed and good power. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you still want to fight.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Not a lot of punch output. Dr. Mike. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're out.
So So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.